Okay, part of chapter 10 is recording a voiceover track. I know that we've had questions on this one before and there was a lot of interest on this. So here is some of the stuff in detail in this video. The chapter is going to want us to have open. So you go to your master sequence and double click voiceover. So as you can see, we have clips here, basically desert stuff, probably a drone shot. So this is what it's going to have us work with. One of the things that you'll want to do is mute your speakers if you have them, so that way you do not get feedback as you're recording. The other thing that you'll want to do before you get started is make sure you're at the beginning of your sequence, because wherever your playhead is, that's where it will start the recording. And you also want to check your hardware settings. So if you do have a microphone plugged in, or you have a camera or whatever, you'll need to go and make sure that your camera or microphone is actually leading into Premiere Pro. So if you go up here to File, and then it's going to be Preferences. Let's see. Okay, it's under Edit, Preferences. I don't go here all that often, so I always have to think. Edit, Preferences, and then we're going to do Audio Hardware. So this will pop open, and if I had picked one of the others, you can always navigate to Audio Hardware if you came into General. Right now it says default input is the Yeti Nano. This is the microphone that I have. It's also showing my output as my headphones. That's fine. If this didn't show your microphone, you would just click it and choose a different option. Actually, it's showing, because I have two Yetis, it's showing that this one's not working. So I'm going to go ahead and choose microphone 2. It's also called Yeti Nano, and it says it sometimes can affect device mapping. Go ahead and say yes, that you want to continue. And now we have that not working is gone. So this must be the right one for here. And you hit OK. All right, so our microphone for doing the voiceover is this icon right here, and I can choose to record to any of these tracks that are available. I can add additional tracks, but whichever one I click on is where the audio will populate itself. And when I do this, it's going to give me a countdown window, and then I will start talking, and you should be able to see the meter move. You should also be able to see it generate the audio once it's done. And to stop it, after I've clicked this to start it, you can hit spacebar, or you can come back and hit the little recorder button. So here is the demonstration. There's my countdown, and now I'm recording my voiceover. We see a desert sequence. We're panning down to the land. Now we've switched to a new clip. And we're just checking out everything that this wonderful thing has to offer. Okay, so you saw the countdown, and then you saw me talking, and if I open this up further, you can see the waveform that it created. And I could have ran this the entire length of the clip, or with whatever clip you're associated with. If you have a different one that you're doing a voiceover. I can also come and double stack two of them. So if you were trying to maybe do some sort of singing, which I don't know if this is best programmed for that option, but you could record a second track or another instrumental piece in here to tie in with vocals if you wanted to record one on one track and one on another. Also notice that the default general audio track provided a stereo recording versus a mono recording, so I do have both the left and right side with this recording. The other thing is, you're like, where did this file go, or where did it come from? You can now see over here in our project bin, it has populated an audio clip to match what we just recorded. And then when we set up the project at the beginning, it tells it like where everything is being saved. The default was back to the same folder as the project file. So everything should be in one spot. However, if you had told it to save somewhere else, you may have file pieces elsewhere. So this might be missing. But just be mindful of that when you are recording, that you know where they're going to. But it's fairly easy. Like I said, you just make sure once your microphone's plugged in, you go to edit, you go to preferences, and then to your audio hardware and set it up there. But you saw the start and stop stuff was super, super easy. For demonstration purposes, let's just show you another track. And we're just checking out everything that this wonderful thing has to offer. All right, this is audio 2. We're seeing some more of this desert, a little bit of plant life. Here's a road, and you can see the volume meter is moving, so you can see I'm not talking too loud. I could probably talk a little bit louder to make it hit up here to the 6 and 12 mark. And that might be an adjustment to do with the actual microphone. Hit space bar to stop. It's now populated a second clip for you to see, and it's running a little bit further into the project. So real easy way to do voiceover recordings. And like I said, you can tweak your settings if you're not loud enough, or if you're too loud, you can turn it down. You can possibly go into your actual hardware settings to make those adjustments. So I would come here, choose settings, and it popped up on the other screen. You go to system and then sound, and you can see you can test your microphone here. You can also choose volume there for the one. You can manage sound devices, so you'd come in here, and then this is the one I have, the Yeti 2. You can test, disable it. There is another spot that I should be able to adjust my levels. Don't think I need the troubleshoot window. This might be my master volume for it. So you can see I turned that up. It might have changed it. So we're going to go ahead and put it back. I believe that's for my actual speaker and not for the Yeti. Oh, I'm sorry. There's device properties. I don't come into these all that often. So right now mine was at 78, and if I wanted my dB in Premiere to be louder, I could have drug this up hard, like closer to 100, or I could have talked louder. But I'm of course making these videos, and I got kids sleeping, so I'm kind of talking at a little bit softer level. But yeah, so this was under our settings, and we chose sound, and in here is your input, and you want to go to device properties. Hope that helps for doing voiceover recordings.